Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to announce my next build, and what a shock. It's going to be a motorcycle, but it's going to be a motorcycle buddy build with this guy right here. Tim at Box Stock Garage reached out to me. You may have seen his video and or seen my video a few weeks back where I reviewed my motorcycle builds and then showed my stash and invited anyone who saw something that they had if they wanted to do a buddy build with me. And he reached out and he wants to do this kit right here, the RGV500. And when I first saw his email or glanced at it, I thought he said the RGB500 kit, and I just got this kit. As well as the standing rider, and then as well as the rider decals that go with that kit. So I was like, holy cow, perfect timing. But read it again, and it was this kit, and I'm like, hey, that's fine with me. I'll build anything. I was planning on building a motorcycle next anyway. So yeah, let's go for it. So I'll pull that out right now. And we were emailing back and forth, and I said, oh, it's a racing livery. We could do it for the group build. But then I realized that I'm actually not going to have enough time probably, because I plan on going to some contest actually starting tomorrow. This one in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, the Midwest Scale Madness. Going to 3 different states. And then I'm going to go up to Michigan in October for the Great Lakes Challenge. It's supposed to be a great contest. And then I know I said in a previous video that I couldn't go because of my cousin's wedding. Turns out my cousin's wedding is November 15th, which is the Butch O'Hare contest, so I won't be going to that, but I will be going to, or at least I'm planning to, go to the Duneland contest in Hobart, Indiana on the 11th. So that doesn't give me a whole lot of time to work on this, to squeeze it into the group build. Again, emailed back and forth and explained that to Tim. And he said, hey, no problem. I already entered the group build with Kyle. They did a buddy build for that. So let's just take our time and have fun. And that's, exactly what we're going to do. So I think I'll do an unboxing and talk a little bit about the kit. All right, so let's get into this kit. This is the Suzuki RGV500. I'm not sure what this character stands for. I guess I'll find out. XR89. And this is, according to ScaleMates, a 2000 kit of a 1999 subject or motorcycle. And that tracks with the email that Tim sent me, asked me to do this buddy build. He's building, I guess, the Mick Doohan bike, and this would have been a competitor of that bike. I know nothing about motorcycle racing other than what I learned about the bikes that I build. So I'll learn more about this, but just watching Tim's video in response to mine, it's clear he knows a little bit more about bikes and motorcycle racing than I do. So this will be an opportunity maybe for me to learn that along the way as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this kit. So 1 to 12, and I've got some white sprues here, and wow, that's a single piece cowl, and more looks like cowl pieces, silver sprue and a black sprue, and the silver looks pretty good. Again, I'm never 100% sure whether or not I will dechrome and alclad or what have you until I get there. But this looks pretty good. Typical Tamiya kit. And then here's the tires. Ooh, a screwdriver. A ton of screws. I do know that. And a bunch of those itty bitty little ones too. Oh, and I see tire decals. I just saw a video. Someone was, I can't remember who it was. Oh, I think it was Gavin Booth was having trouble getting his to stay down. So I may have to go back and see his video and see what he ended up doing, because I said just try salva set and just let it soak. But I'm going to go back and read the comments of that, see what he did with those, because these would go on the tires here. Here's the windshield, the only clear piece. Here is the main gray spruce. So we got engine, radiator, wheels, single piece, nice. 4 exhausts. Open back. See, it looks like these close those up. Yeah, there they are. Okay. Oh, so some seams you're going to have to fix there. Everything looks, you know, typical to me, really nice. And then, like I said, here's the tire decals and then the body decals. And you see how these are shaped here. I did notice that these are tricky. You know, you got to get these to line up on this gas tank and come together and then nestle down. And so, you know, I'm going to try to take it step by step by step when I get there and really take my time on that. Looks like there's a second set of decals in there. So there's 2 sets here, and looks like, yeah, you can make a couple of different bikes. So this is the number 10 Kenny Roberts, but I believe you can also make the number 9 N Aoki. And I don't see a number 16, but I bet it may be in the instructions. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions. Wow. Yeah, Tim mentioned it was a long color list. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to take our time on this. Alright, so interesting. First Tamiya kit I've seen that they don't start with the engine. They actually start with the forks. Maybe one other did, I'm not sure, but usually they start with the engine. 24 steps. Yeah, lots of screws. Yeah, they talk about decals as they go along, as opposed to, you know, separate. There is no decal drawing, so to speak. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like, you know, pretty much a typical Tamiya kit, albeit with a lot of paints and a lot of screws. So as I said, I have a contest coming up, actually leaving later this afternoon. And then a charity golf outing on Sunday. So I won't be able to get this started until Monday. But definitely looking forward to it, and really appreciate Tim reaching out and responding to my invite to a buddy build. So looking forward to that. So as always, hope you found that interesting, and thanks for watching, and happy modeling.